Okay, let's unpack this because there's really nothing quite like that moment, is there? Your day just grinds to a halt.
Hmm.
A faulty lock, maybe a key snapped right off in the door, or that sudden stomach-dropping feeling,
Yeah.
you're locked out.
Oh, that immediate panic. Yeah.
Exactly. That wave of panic, the door just won't budge and you're stuck outside. And look, when it happens somewhere as, well, alive as Shoreditch.
Yeah, bustling.
A place where every minute feels like it counts. You know, rushing to a meeting, trying to catch a gig, just getting home. Speed and reliability, trust,
Yeah,
they become absolutely paramount.
completely. Trust is huge.
So today, that's what we're doing. A deep dive into finding genuinely reliable locksmith services, specifically in and around the Shoreditch area.
Okay.
We've got this really insightful article. It's titled Top 3 Local Locksmiths in and Near Shoreditch Area. And our job today is basically to pull out the most critical, the most actionable insights to help you navigate this essential but maybe often overlooked local service. We want to go beyond just, listing names. We want you to understand why certain choices really stand out.
And what's fascinating here, I think, is how this practical knowledge, it's almost like urban survival skill, isn't it?
Huh. Yeah, kind of.
It meets these really urgent, sometimes unexpected needs of daily life.
Right.
So our mission isn't just, here's who to call.
Right.
It's more about equipping you with the knowledge of what to look for, why certain services might be better for your specific situation, and ultimately how to make the best call when you've got a lock emergency or even if you're planning a security upgrade, especially in a place like Shoreditch.
Mm-hmm.
It's about being, well, not just informed, but actually prepared.
That's the key, isn't it? Being prepared. And look, to really get what makes a locksmith stand out in Shoreditch, we kind of have to set the scene first.
Definitely. Context matters.
Yeah, because this isn't just any neighborhood. Shoreditch is, well, it's a whirlwind, isn't it? Creativity, commerce, packed with street art, buzzing markets like Spitalfields.
The markets?
You've got residents, startups, late-night venues all mixed together. So whether you're a local living on a quieter side street or maybe a shop owner on Rivington Street trying to protect your stock,
Big responsibility there.
or even renting a flat just off Brick Lane, a lock issue can hit you at the worst possible moment. Think about late nights, Great Eastern Street, or a busy Saturday near Red Church Street, or even Box Park.
Always packed.
A jammed lock there isn't just inconvenient. It can bring your whole day or your night to a complete stop.
Precisely. And in an area that's so fast-paced,
Yeah.
so eclectic, particularly near those busy spots or late-night venues,
Yeah.
the stakes just feel different.
Yeah.
When you're dealing with, say, a broken lock door mechanism at your shop after closing time, or you need a front door lock barrel replaced in your flat, what really matters isn't just the fix.
Yep.
It's the speed and the trust you can put in that fix. You need to know that professional, competent help is genuinely just a call away.
And coming fast.
And coming fast, exactly. The article really emphasizes that quick, reliable service isn't just a nice-to-have there. It's fundamental for personal security, for keeping businesses running in a place that, let's face it, never really sleeps.
So, okay, given that unique environment, that urgency, what should someone actually prioritize when they're suddenly Googling locksmith Shoreditch?
Right, because it can feel a bit like the Wild West online sometimes, can't it?
Totally. So the source points to a few crucial factors, but what's the hierarchy? What comes first?
Well, this raises a really important question for anyone who finds themselves in that situation. Beyond just getting the door open, what really makes a locksmith reliable, separates them from a sort of fly-by-night outfit. The article points to kind of a trifecta of non-negotiables: affordability, rapid response, and a real commitment to quality service.
Okay, affordability, speed, quality.
Yeah, and these aren't just buzzwords.
Yeah.
Affordability, especially when you're caught out, means not feeling ripped off.
Cocky.
Rapid response minimizes your stress, the disruption, and quality service. Well, that means it's fixed properly first time. You don't want it back next week.
No repeat emergency.
Exactly. For 247 emergencies, these are absolutely make or break. But, they're just as important for planned stuff like upgrades. You want lasting security without breaking the bank.
Right.
It's about finding someone who gets the local context and delivers on all those promises properly without cutting corners.
That distinction, between just fixing and fixing with confidence. That's vital. Okay, so let's get into the specifics then. The article has sort of sifted through the options, giving us 3 top contenders. And here's where it gets really interesting, because the first one, Locksmith for London. They're highlighted as the cheapest locksmith near you in Shoreditch. Now, for a lot of us, cheapest often comes with a mental question mark, right?
It can do, yeah. A bit wary.
Makes you wonder about the trade-offs. So what does the article say about how they manage that? Offering low prices without, sacrificing reliability.
That's a really critical point to unpack because, yeah, cheapest can sometimes imply a compromise.
Yeah.
But the insight here, what the article suggests, is that Locksmith for London provides a reliable service and rapid response, even with that lower price point.
Okay.
Which makes them a go-to when affordability and expertise are top priorities for you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just a claim. They give specific examples.
Like what?
Like imagine getting your key stuck right in your box park, super frustrating, very public.
Ugh.
Or needing urgent UPVC door repairs over by Hoxton Square. They promise to sort it quickly, and crucially, they're 24/7.
Always available.
So the takeaway isn't just they're affordable. It's that the affordability is coupled with this clear, demonstrated commitment to actually standing by their work. That's a powerful thing in a market where sometimes you worry about quick, low-quality fixes.
Right, so it's more affordable and dependable than cheap and cheerful, or cheap and risky.
Exactly. That's a huge distinction.
So what else does the article point to about their value? The stuff that gives you that peace of mind? Because the initial fix is one thing, but knowing it's done right for the longer term.
Well, if we connect this back to what makes a service genuinely trustworthy, their one-year guarantee on parts and labor. That's really significant.
A year. Wow.
Yeah, it's not just a basic promise. It says a lot about their confidence in their work, the parts they use. It means they're not just after a quick buck. They're standing behind the service.
Okay, that builds trust.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, and this is huge, when you're stressed out, they emphasize a 20-minute arrival time.
20 minutes in Shoreditch.
That's the aim, yeah. And importantly, no call-out fees. That transparency up front, it builds immense trust when you're already worried about costs spiraling.
Definitely. No nasty surprises.
And the fact that apparently Shoreditch locals have relied on them for 15 years, in such a competitive, fast-changing area.
15 years is ages there.
It's a strong indicator, right?
Mm-hmm.
Consistent quality, solid reputation. It's especially comforting if you're near, say, Great Eastern Street on a Saturday night or Old Spitalfields Market. Lock emergencies happen then, and you need someone who knows the area, gets there fast.
That tenure really does say something, 15 years. Okay, so moving from that mix of value and reliability, the next locksmith offers something different, but just as crucial, it seems.
Mm-hmm.
The article highlights Hackney 247 locksmiths as being the closest to Shoreditch High Street Station. Now, in Shoreditch, that sheer closeness, that immediate response capability, that must be incredibly useful for those sudden, urgent lockouts where every second feels like an hour.
Oh, absolutely. You've hit their main differentiator there. Their quick service isn't just good, it's potentially vital if you're right there near the station.
Right, like after a gig or something.
Exactly.
Yep.
Think about the nightlife spots, XOYO, Queen of Hoxton, or big events. Someone locked out of their flat late at night, or maybe a business owner needing to get back in fast.
Yeah, time is money for them.
Precisely.
Yeah.
So having a locksmith who is, as the article puts it, at the heart of the district means they can potentially be on site incredibly quickly, helping people regain access efficiently.
What kind of services do they cover? Just lockouts?
No, it's broader. Obviously 24/7 emergency lockouts,
Yeah.
but also helping with broken lock mechanisms, doors, in flats or businesses, and even things like urgent security system installations.
Ah, okay.
The key insight here, I think, is that in such a dense, high-traffic urban spot, sometimes the single most critical factor is simply speed and proximity, minimizing that downtime, that disruption, above almost everything else.
Yeah, it's like they're the rapid response unit for that specific zone, the first responders of the lock world there.
That's a good way to put it.
Okay, so if your priority maybe shifts away from just pure speed or the lowest cost, and you need someone who offers like a more comprehensive set of solutions for different kinds of problems, who's next?
That brings us nicely to EC1 Locksmiths. They also provide coverage right by Shoreditch High Street, but the emphasis seems to be more on expertise and a wider range of services.
Right, expertise.
What's interesting here is how they cater to the whole tapestry of Shoreditch life. Residents, businesses, even visitors just exploring.
Mm-hmm.
So whether you're a tourist wandering Brick Lane, a local hunting for vintage finds, or maybe living in one of those loft apartments around Tabernacle Street, their expertise is apparently well known.
So what does that expertise look like in practice?
Well, you can expect skilled help for, say, door locks not working near the hip cafes and galleries, often older buildings with quirky locks, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Characterful but challenging.
Exactly.
Mm.
Or sorting out a locking mechanism on a broken window in a modern loft. Or, importantly, giving proper advice on changing locks on a new house to meet your insurance requirements.
Ah, the insurance angle. That's crucial and easily missed.
Very easily missed. So they handle both the late-night emergencies and the more planned routine upgrades. They seem to value both the craftsmanship side and the overall property security aspect.
That really does highlight the difference, doesn't it, between just reacting to a problem and being more of a proactive expert partner?
Mhm.
What's the kind of deeper insight we can pull from EC1 Locksmith's approach? Especially compared to the other two, it sounds less about just a quick fix.
I think that's exactly it.
Yeah.
EC1 locksmiths seem to embody the idea that real security often means having one trusted partner who understands a whole spectrum of needs.
Okay.
It's not just about being the fastest or the cheapest, but perhaps about being the most capable or comprehensive for different kinds of situations.
Right.
So for a business on Curtin Road, that might mean an urgent repair and advice on upgrading to a high-security system.
Gotcha.
For a homeowner over in, say, New Inn Yard, it might be getting let back in quickly, but then having a chat about improving their overall home security. The insight is that for many people in Shoreditch, especially those with maybe more complex or varied security needs, the real value lies in a locksmith who can be that long-term, knowledgeable advisor, someone who solves the immediate problem and helps address future vulnerabilities with, quality work.
Bridging that gap between emergency response and actual strategic security.
Precisely. They bridge that gap.
So, okay, wrapping this up for you, our listener, what does this all actually mean if you're living in Shoreditch, working there, just visiting?
Yeah, what's the bottom line?
It means you actually have specific, reliable options. And crucially, they each have a distinct strength. You can go for affordability with a solid guarantee,
Locksmith for London.
or prioritize that pure immediate proximity for those really high-stress lockouts.
Hackney 2847 near the station.
Or opt for comprehensive expertise if you need a broader range of security help.
EC1 Locksmiths.
We're talking everything from a simple door unlock to maybe a more complex door lock installation. It's not just generic. It feels tailored to the unique rhythm and needs of Shoreditch itself.
And the overarching theme, really, across all three, is peace of mind. For anyone in Shoreditch, the creatives near Old Street Roundabout, families near Hoxton Square, market traders off Petticoat Lane.
Yeah.
These locksmiths, these trustworthy options, they genuinely contribute to keeping this incredibly lively neighborhood safe and, frankly, running smoothly.
Yeah, they're part of the infrastructure.
Absolutely. They collectively cover such a wide range of services that hopefully you're never truly left stranded, whether it's lost keys, a full security upgrade, even a broken window lock. They're kind of silently supporting the daily life and commerce that makes Shoreditch, well, Shoreditch. Knowing their specific strengths just means you can make a much better choice, one that aligns with your immediate need and maybe your longer-term security goals.
Navigating a place like Shoreditch really does mean having a pulse on its local services. And knowing who to call when you're facing a lock issue, whether it's an emergency or just an upgrade, it can save you so much time, so much stress.
And potentially quite a bit of money, too.
Exactly. It's about being prepared, isn't it? Even for those unexpected curveballs, especially in an area that just thrives on change and spontaneity.
Which actually raises one final important question for you to consider, something to maybe mull over after this deep dive.
Okay.
While knowing who to call in an emergency is obviously crucial, how much do you really know about your own home's security before a problem hits?
Ah, the proactive angle.
Yeah. The article briefly mentions these locksmith guides, things like 5 things to check. When choosing a locksmith or 7 Qs, you're dealing with a rogue locksmith.
Right.
Perhaps the real deep dive actually begins with that proactive knowledge. Do you know what type of locks you even have right now?
Good question.
Have you ever actually looked at the security rating on your front door lock? Just taking maybe 5 minutes now to understand your current setup, or even just jotting down the names of these recommended locksmiths. That could honestly be the difference between a minor hassle and a major crisis down the line. That kind of foresight, that preventative thinking, arguably that's the most valuable insight of all.